Hey YouTube, today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different that may bore a lot of people, but it is not boring to me. I am a firearms person and I like a variety of different firearms. What we're going to be discussing today is 22 rifles and the different types of actions that they have. And what I have here in front of us today, I have the three main types of actions that are offered in 22 rifles and mostly offered in pretty much any rifle, but we're just going to use 22 rifles today for example. So what we have here on the bottom, we have a 1980s original stainless Ruger 1022. The middle, we have a Marlin 39A, and this happens to be from the 1940s. And the top one, we have a Savage bolt action 23AA, and that one's from somewhere in the 30s to the 40s. I don't know exactly what year it was made, but we'll go into them a little bit in depth. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the most common one that almost everybody has, and I'm going to pick it up here and I'm going to show you that there's nothing in this. So this is a vintage, like 1985-ish, somewhere around that time, stainless Ruger model 1022, and I'll show you some close-ups of it here real quick. It has like an old Simmons scope on it that's from that time era and all that. And what this is a semi-automatic rifle. So what that means is when you charge this thing right here, this is magazine fed. The magazines go in the bottom right here. So you remove the magazine here and you load the rounds into that and insert the magazine into the bottom of the gun. You charge it right here, and this gun will go off until you run out of ammo in the magazine. So it's a semi-automatic, which means it just keeps firing at every time you pull the trigger until it no longer has any ammo. Now this one's kind of a neat one because this is an older one. This is when they still had the metal trigger guards and they had the real nice real wood walnut stocks with all the checkering on it and everything like that. And this one happens to be made in stainless. But this is a semi-automatic 22 rifle. Semi-automatic means it's going to go bang until it runs out of ammo. You don't have to cock it. You don't have to charge it in any way. You only have to do it the first time and it will keep going off. Magazine fed, semi-automatic. So the next one we're going to look at here, this is a 1940s original Marlin 39A, and this is an awesome gun, folks. This is probably the longest running 22 rifle that was probably ever produced. I mean, they made these things from like the late 1800s all the way up to like, I believe, the early 2000s is when it was. So it had almost 100 years of runtime. So what this is a tube fed. If you'll notice right here, you take this tube out, you twist this, you pull it out, pull the tube out, and you insert the 22 long rifle shells in right there, push the tube back in, and then when you go to fire this thing, every time you take a shot, you eject the old round out and then it puts a new one in, and you shoot it, and then you eject it and put it in with this lever underneath it. So this is a lever fed. It's only going to go bang one time. You have to cock it every time with this lever underneath it. So tube fed lever action rifle. That's the way this works. So I mean, I think this thing holds right around 20 rounds of ammo. So every time you're cycling through this, you have to cock it and then shoot it, cock it and then shoot it. So lever action 22 rifle, tube fed. So the last one we're going to look at here, this is a bolt action magazine fed rifle. So on the bottom here you have a magazine that releases out of it, if I can get it to release out of it. So you just pull this magazine out, you load the magazine, load the rounds in here, and then every time you're usually looking through the scope, you're going to take a shot with it, and you pull this bolt back, it ejects it out, and then you stick a new round in. These are usually for more precise shooting, at distances because, like a semi-automatic, you're going to sit there and have movement every time you pull the trigger and everything like that. These are more precise. This gun, this is a Savage 23AA. This was made in between the 30s and the 40s. They discontinued these in the 1940s, but a lot of people made these things just for like hunting small game like squirrels or raccoons as pests and stuff like that. But this is a real heavy, real well-made gun. I don't know why they ever discontinued them, but this is a bolt-action 22 rifle. So the differences in all three of them, let me set this right back down here real quick. So the differences is the two on the top, you have to charge it every single time. The one on the top just has a 5-round detachable magazine, and you just open the bolt up, load the new shell in it, and it's more of a precise shot. The one on the bottom can be equally as precise, but it just works a whole different way. You have to work the lever on it when you go to charge it. The one on the very bottom, the 1022, it has a semi-automatic action. So you only charge the first shot, and then you just continue to pull the trigger until it runs out of ammo. It's semi-automatic. So you have three very similar rifles, but they're also very different in the way they work. I've just went through how each one of them works. You know, there's very similar because they're all 22 rifles, but three different ways. As they always say, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and this is the three ways that I know with the 22 rifle. So I have videos on every single one of these rifles that go into depth. I just wanted to show you the difference in a semi-automatic on the bottom, a lever action gun in the middle, and a bolt action gun on the very top. And if y'all have any questions on how these actions work or anything like that, I'm not a complete rifle expert, but I do know enough to be dangerous, folks, and I will be happy to answer any questions you have for me. And anyway, folks, thank you very much for watching this little short video today comparing these three rifles, and you folks have a great day.